The eDNA Soil Cold Storage Kit contains everything you need to take a sample of soil for eDNA analysis. It contains a pair of sterile nitrile gloves, a soil corer, a snap block sample bag, and a grey sealable mailer bag, a disinfectant wipe for decontaminating equipment, and a data sheet for noting information about your sample. You will need to bring the following items into the field: a cool bag with ice packs, a rubber mallet, a permanent marker, and a smartphone or GPS for recording location data. Consider bringing a trowel or spade if you expect the soil to be hard or dry. Scan the QR code on the kit bag for the full protocol and refer to our guidance on how to choose your sampling locations and how to collect representative samples. Remember to always check and obtain any licenses or permits you need before going into the field. Before you take your sample, it's important to put on the gloves provided to minimize cross-contamination. Once you have defined and marked out your intended sampling area, label the clear snap block bag containing the corer with your unique sample ID. This should be different from any other samples that you may have taken. Remove the corer from the bag and keep hold of the bag as your sample will go into it. Remove debris or litter from the surface where you intend to collect the core. This can be done with a gloved hand. Remove the plunger from the corer and push the core into the soil while twisting until the core is pushed into the 10 mil mark. You may want to use a rubber mallet to minimize the pressure on your hand. Insert the plunger into the core to provide suction and then pull the core out of the substrate. Expel the core into the snap block bag and then seal or fold over the bag between subsamples to avoid any contamination. If the core will not push in all the way, remove it and try again in a different spot nearby. If soils are too hard or dry, you can use a clean trowel or spade to break up the soil before coring. Repeat at different locations within the sampling area using the same syringe until you have collected the required number of subsamples. Mix the cores together within the bag to homogenize. This can be done by massaging the outside of the bag with your hands and some careful shaking. Break up clumps of soil between your fingers. Once homogenized, push the sample to the bottom of the bag, roll the bag around the sample to expel air, and then seal the bag. Add your sample to the grey mailer bag. Fill out the data sheet with information about your individual sample. Check that the barcode on the sheet matches the barcode on the bag. Add your completed data sheet to the grey mailer bag and seal it. Your sample is now ready to be sent to the lab for analysis. Make sure you decontaminate reusable equipment such as the mallet between samples. Once all of your samples have been collected, you must also fill in the provided electronic sample manifest. Samples should be placed in a cool box or bag whilst in the field. If you're not shipping the same day, samples can be kept in a fridge for a couple of days before transport. Otherwise, they should be frozen. If returning samples from within the UK, you can either return samples in a cool box with ice packs to the address below, or you can request a cold chain transport box from NatureMetrics. If you have requested a cold chain transport box, you will receive an Isotech foil box. Ensure you have frozen the provided coolants for at least 24 hours before transport. Place your samples and the coolants into the foil liner, pack out any spare space with paper and packing material, and then securely close the top and seal. Ensure that you send your samples with next day delivery so that they arrive at the lab cold. Avoid posting on a Friday so your samples don't get left in a warehouse over the weekend. If you are sending samples from outside the UK, our logistics team will arrange a courier service for you. We will provide an Eon box to keep your samples cool for extended periods of transport. The box will come ready assembled. You will need to remove the 6 gel packs and freeze them for 72 hours to ensure they remain cold during transit. Load the samples and gel packs into the box as late as possible on the day of courier collection to prolong the gel pack's effectiveness. To reassemble the box, arrange the gel packs as shown here. Place your samples into the kit tray. Insert the polystyrene square on top of the samples, ensuring that the data logger is in place. You do not need to start the data logger, it is already running. Close the kit tray and place inside the EON shipper. Securely tape the box shut and you're ready to send your samples.